will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you for joining me today. Happy Monday to you wherever you're joining us from. Thank you for being here. I am glad we're back together for another amazing lineup, a Halloween lineup like no other. Thank you so much for joining me in Story Time today. Please do send me those recommendations. If you have any more books that you'd like to see here on Story Time, let me know. Thank you so much, and I will be sure to do my best to bring them here, try and bring them here to you on Story Time. Thank you so much for joining in. Happy Monday. I can see the early birds are in already. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing today? Glad you're here. Leo, Garrick, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us out in Pittsburgh. And Kate, good morning to you as well. Chrissy and Bolden out in Vermont. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. I am glad you're here with us. Thank you for being here. And of course, we'll be getting to the greetings in a minute. But today we will be reading this fun book. This fun board book, and it is called Tiny T-Rex and the Tricks of Feeding. Yes, for you today, by the time we leave, you will have earned your treat mastership. So do join in, stick around, and get ready. Halloween is around the corner, and we need to get those skills. We need to get our certification ready so we can go out there and treat. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. How are you doing today? I am glad we're here for this one, and it is written by Jonathan Stutzman and illustrations by FLECK, and of course reading it with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you. Let us see all those people, all those readers out there who are ready to join us for Story Time, who are ready to enjoy a good story. One more time, how are you doing today? Kate, Gary, Theo, how are you today? Thank you for joining us in sunny Pittsburgh. We've had rain here in Oakland the last 5 days, and we're continuing, I think, for one more day, and also just feeling for those a little bit of floods in places, and just making sure too, as we are out on the road, please be safe, drive safely. Roads are wet and slippery. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you one more time. Enjoy the sun out there in Pittsburgh. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Chrissy and Bolden, thank you so much for joining in. Very rainy and cold Vermont. Oh, please do stay warm. Sounds like Oakland. Well, the rainy part at least. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am glad you're here. Bolden, tea sounds amazing right now. Please do stay warm. Keep yourself warm. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Absolutely appreciate it. I think that's what I'm going to be doing, making myself some tea after Story Time. Thank you so much for joining in. Bring your snacks, bring your hot beverages, bring your drinks, cold ones if it's hot where you are, and enjoy Story Time together. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you, Sarah and Nathan, and of course Amanda. Wes, how are you doing today? Out in windy and chilly Illinois. Oh, back home I see. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. How are you doing today? Sarah and Nathan, and of course Amanda West. and you're back in windy and chilly Illinois, please do stay warm, and I hope that we're ready. You get your gear ready and getting ready, of course, to go out and trick or treat if that is happening for you. If that is happening for you this year, yes. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Rocco, Clay, and Chriselle. How are you doing? You say it's cloudy right now. Supposed to rain in a few hours. Happy Monday, friends. Well, happy Monday to you. It has been raining here. I'm sure that drip is coming down your way now. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you stay safe. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning one more time. Clay, Chriselle, and Rocco are out in Long Beach, California. Thank you so much for joining us on Story Time. Good morning to you, Terry McLeod Kasweka. How are you doing? Indeed, you say happy, cold, rainy. It is happy Monday indeed. A cold and rainy Monday out here in Oakland, but I hope that you're okay. I know you're right close by in San Leandro, and you say, of course, happy belated birthday to Zambia. Independence Day is 24th of October, and Zambia was turning 57. Yes, good morning to you. Thank you so much for that one. Abraham, how are you doing today? Good morning to you. Thank you for joining in. Humphrey, I hope you are well too. Thank you one more time. Abraham, Terry, and of course Humphrey. Thank you for joining us out in San Leandro. Yes. Oh my goodness. Garrick is having tea too. I love it. It is a tea kind of morning today, isn't it? Thank you so much for joining in and for sharing all those little bits. All right, we'll be back to check on what else people are having and how you're enjoying the story in a little bit. But for now, let us go on a break.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda with Amanda Weltman Photography. I'm a photographer and printmaker based in the Pacific Northwest, and I believe that your face deserves wall space. Enjoy today's story time with my favorite storyteller, Mr. LaMotta.
Welcome back. Tiny T-Rex and the Tricks of Treating. Yes, and this one is written by Jonathan Stutzman, illustrations by J. FLECK, and reading it with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. It is a good one. Here we go. Are you ready to earn your badges? All right, here we go. Woo! All right. The very best part of Halloween is the treats. Oh, it is a mathematically proven fact. Pointy and I have gone treating many times. Now we are masters. To become treat masters like us, it is important to know the 6 tricks of treating. Oh, ho, ho. What are those 6 tricks? 6 tricks of treating. What are they? What do you think? Well, number 1. Trick number 1, dressing up. To get all the treats, we dress up. It is the code of Halloween. But there are so many costumes, it is difficult to choose. The best way to know which is best. Well, what is the best way to know? What are you going to be for Halloween this year? Well, there are so many costumes. It is difficult to choose. The best way to know which is best is, well, you try them all on. But of course, do not try them all on at once. One at a time. Trick number 2. So you can check trick number 1 off. You have it all down. Trick number 2, be prepared. Yes, Halloween can be tricky, so we are trickier. We test our treat bags and nighty lights. Yes, very important. We study our treat maps. Yes, where are you going? Do you have your rain jacket if it's going to be raining? Do you have your thick jacket, warm jacket if it's cold out? We practice our door knocks and ding dongs, ringing the bell. And because the air can get nippy at night, I always pack my meaties. Don't forget those. Oh. Well, trick number 3, sweet smarts. What does that mean? Well, there are many tasty treats out there. Sugar drops and fizzy pops, bubble chews, coconuts, and tangy tarts. What's your favorite? What should have been mentioned there? It is important to try them all to know which are good and which are not. What is your favorite? Well, trick number 4. Man, you're moving through these lessons fast. You're becoming a treat master in no time. Trick number 4, the buddy system, another important one. When I am Halloween treating, my friends are by my side. Oh, absolutely. Friends can help carry treats when the bag is too full. Friends can help each other up and down. Yeah, some places have some staircases we have to get up and down, right? Oh, very important. Go out with friends. And friends, boo, the mightiest boo, together under the moon. Boo. You should try it. Boo. Did you scare the people in your house? All right. Well, trick number 5. Almost there, kids. Almost there. Trick number 5. Even the most... trick number 5. I have to say what it is first. Nambies say thank you. Oh, I do. Even the most frightful Grambos and Nambies and Crawley creeps have manners on Halloween night. It is important to say thank you. Thank and you are tiny words, but they still mean a lot. Even when the treats are a little bit scary. Let's remember to say thank you. Even superheroes say thank you. Trick number 6, the greatest trick of all. What is it? Your last lesson, and you will become a treat master. The last trick is sweet and sneaky, and the very best trick of all. It is a mathematically proven fact. The more sweets and treats Pointy and I get, well, what happens? The more sweets and treats Pointy and I get. Well, the more we have to give. The end. Thank you so much for joining me on Storytime today. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you have your badges and are ready to go out there and treat on Halloween. Thank you so much for joining in. Tiny T-Rex and the tricks of treating. Thank you so much to Jonathan STUTZMAN, and of course FLECK and Chronicle Books of San Francisco for allowing us to read this amazing book here on Storytime, and of course help us earn our badges, help us get ready to go out there. Remember, stay warm, carry your meaties, carry your jackets, everything that you need. Do not forget that treat bag. Very, very important. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I am glad you're here. Which of those tricks did you know already? Which ones have you tried out already? I hope that you have a wonderful year. I know we've had a pandemic year with modified treating, but I hope that it still happens in your area as safely as we can do it, and you're out there in your costumes and enjoying yourself. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. That was Tiny T-Rex and the Tricks of Treating. A good one indeed. I am glad you are able to join us for that one. But please do not forget, we're back tomorrow. This is Halloween week, and we'll bring back Leo the Ghost. Leo is coming back, and this one is by Mark Barnett and, of course, Christian Robinson. Do join in for this one tomorrow. Leo the Ghost is back. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope that you join us again tomorrow for this wonderful story. Thank you so much for being here. Let us see who was with us this morning enjoying a story time. Yes, good morning to you one more time, Terry. Happy Monday to you. And yes, of course, happy birthday to Mother Zambia. Thank you so much for joining in. And yes, indeed, a big congratulations to my Zambian folk out there. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes, great minds think alike, and Bolden and Garrick out there having some tea. I will be joining you on that after story time. Thank you so much for joining in. Please keep enjoying those warm drinks. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you, Miss Ingrid. How are you doing? You say down here the wind is strong and dangerous right now, but ready for a story. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being here. Have a great Monday, everybody. Well, Miss Ingrid, sending you love and best wishes. And of course, please do stay safe. Thank you so much for joining in story time. Absolutely love it. Good morning to you, Betty Deshay, and of course, Rikia. How are you doing on this rainy day, rainy weekend that we've had? I will be seeing you at school in a little bit. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you enjoyed that wonderful story that we had for you today. One more time, Rikia and Betty, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us on Story Time. Terry McLeod, you say cute book. Absolutely wonderful. A cute book indeed. One to even read before going out trick-or-treating. Let us remember all those important little things like saying thank you. Absolutely. I know all you wonderful treat masters that are here today are ready to go out there and have some fun. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Absolutely appreciate you, Abraham, and of course Terry. Absolutely appreciate it. Fun story. Halloween in Vermont is always making your jacket and meaties part of your costume. Absolutely. I can only imagine. Please do share whatever you'll be doing this year. I am curious to see what will be going on. Thank you so much. What will you be, Bolden? What will you be, Chrissy? Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Absolutely appreciate it. Yes, and great to know how costumes around the country can be different. Thank you so much for joining in. One more time, Theo, Garrick, and of course, Kate out in sunny Pittsburgh. Absolutely appreciate you joining us. Oh, Sarah and Nathan and Amanda West out in Illinois, chilly, windy Illinois. Thank you for joining us today. I hope that beautiful story warmed your hearts. Good morning to you out in Long Beach, Clay, Rocco, and Chriselle. Absolutely appreciate you, and I hope to see you again tomorrow when we are back for this one, Leo and Ghost Story by Mark Barnett, and pictures by Christian Robinson, and another one from Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll be back again tomorrow. But for now, let us go to a short break, and then we'll be back on the other side to say goodbye. Thank you for being here. All right.
Hola, my name is Shamile Sayed Mendez, and I am the author of Where Are You From, Furia, and many other books for young readers. You're watching Story Time with Mr. Limara.
All right. Thank you, Shamile, and to everybody of you, every single one of you that joined in Story Time today. Absolutely appreciate you. And to those that will be joining us for the recording later on, I am glad you're here enjoying Story Time. Remember to leave your name so I can say hi, just like Soraya did. How are you doing, Soraya? It has been a minute out here in Oakland. Thank you so much for joining in. Ellen Edwards in Chicago, thank you for joining us. And everybody that is joining in, please remember to leave us a message so we can say hi to you. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday, or indeed the rest of your Monday, depending on where you are in the world. Hope those Halloween costumes are coming up, and we'll be seeing what each one of you will be. Enjoy it. Remember all those good habits. Go with friends. Say thank you. And please remember to keep yourselves warm as you're out there. Keep yourselves dry. And remember too, if you're an adult and you're driving, please remember to, if you don't need to go anywhere, please stay home. The roads are slippery right now. It's better to stay safe. And of course, there's a special adult story time that is coming up on Halloween. Scary stories from Rod Dow. Stay tuned for all the details and you can join in. This one will be at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and then another one at 9 p.m. Pacific time. So do join me for that one. Scary stories coming to you. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. I will see you again tomorrow when we are back. Yes, indeed, God willing, we are back tomorrow for Leo and Ghost Story. Do join me for that one. Thank you so much for being here today on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you, and you. Much love, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people that look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be